The reason that you are broke is because you are overcomplicating the process of generating income for yourself. Most people get stuck in this phase of analysis paralysis, learning a bunch of information that never actually gets applied. What if I told you there's a simplified process that anybody could use, wealthy or dead broke, that systemizes income generation? I mean, just look around you. There's millionaires on TikTok dancing. We have kids doing toy reviews, making more money than your entire lineage. Why is that? It's because they have created a system to generate extra income. And I figured out how to teach people this process in 4 steps. The first step for the average person to generate income for themselves is credit. Consider this. How long would it take you to save up $50,000, $20,000, however much money you need to start a business? Probably a long time. In my 5 years in business, I have seen people go from thousands of dollars in debt to fixing their credit and getting offered thousands of dollars from the bank. You can do this much quicker than saving money. Just as everything else, it requires time, energy, and probably a little bit of money. You have to be able to build your credit with secure credit cards if you have no credit history. Bare minimum, you have to get $5,000 in readily available credit cards on your credit report. Also, this one is a little bit more obvious. Anything negative has to go. Collections, late payments, a lot of inquiries. All of these things are making you look less credible to a bank or a lender. Shift your thinking and try to think like the bank. If you come in with a 97% payment history, $5,000 in collection debt, got your car repo, do you understand what I'm saying? There's tons of people who all need money. Why would a bank offer you money if this is what your credit report looks like? This is the foundation that your wealth is going to rely on. The second is business. I don't mean just go get an LLC, I mean a genuine business. When you are trying to solve your problem of not having enough income, you have to think, how can I solve somebody else's problem and then charge them money for it? Take your extra money or even your credit that you just recently built, invest that into furthering your education and developing a skill that you can now charge others money for. Once you have that skill down packed, then you can go to a bank. And after you have a skill that you know you can charge others money for, then you can go register your business, get your tax ID number, do all that fancy stuff. Do not do this before you have an idea or a skill. If you get an LLC, you are immediately making yourself known to the government that you are an entity that is subject to pay taxes every year. Learn how to make money first before you do that. The third is funding. After you've built your credit up to make yourself look reputable, you've learned a skill that you can charge others money for, take these two and you go to different banks, preferably credit unions, but we can talk about that in another video. Banks will offer businesses 3 to 5 times more funding than they would somebody on the personal side. So that means on average, of course, if you have $2,000 in personal credit cards, they could offer you up to $10,000 in business lines of credit or credit cards. And the key is you make multiple relationships. Go to multiple banks, go to multiple credit unions, make a run of 2, 3, 4, 5 banks, and you'll look up and you'll have a nice sum of money that you can use to invest in your business. Please keep in mind, I'm not advising everybody to go to the bank and just get approved for a bunch of credit cards. You have to be strategic. As I said in the beginning of the video, people who generate income have a strategic plan on what they're going to do with the money when they get it. If you don't have a strategic plan, you will end up like 99% of other Americans, burning your credit cards, paying high interest because you wanted to have fun in Aruba. I had fun in Aruba. If you don't have a plan for this funding, you are going to end up like 99% of other Americans, drowning in debt because you could not control yourself spending your credit card on shit that you didn't need to spend it on. And fourth is the fun one, obviously, and I consider that profit. That is when you take your good credit that you built up and your knowledge, take the business that you've created and that you've developed a skill around, you have the funds to advertise it, to generate content, to get rent, to get inventory, whatever you may need, and you put that out into the world. This is obviously a simplified process. Each one of these steps could take months, even years. But what's the alternative? Remaining in the same place that you are in now? Because if you haven't noticed, We have a fiat currency. Every single year, things get more expensive. Every single year, your dollar is worth less money. So there is no such thing as being stagnant. If you are being stagnant, you are losing value. You are losing money, and you are, of course, losing time. Take these 4 pillars and structure up a plan or idea to get yourself out of the matrix. Ooh, that's tough. My past 8 years of being an entrepreneur, I guess you could say, I have walked myself through each one of these steps, and I'm now putting together a program called the Credit to Profit Mentorship, simplifying this process for you, so hopefully it doesn't take you as long as I did. Whether you're interested in investing in my mentorship or not, or want to hang around for other videos like this, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on whatever, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.